Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is JoAnne Hart and I am an online voice teacher. I am a singer, I am a performer, and I've been doing this for a little while, so I'm really excited to share with you the topic of today's video, which is a little bit of information on how to teach voice lessons online. If you're watching this in real time, we are in the middle of a global pandemic. We are all practicing social distancing, at least I hope we all are, but everything's pretty much shut down. Live performances have been canceled, and those of you watching this who are performers and fall into that category might have found yourself without work, and that's really hard. And I know personally I had a job lined up that was not able to happen because of this pandemic, and so it's very difficult to know that you've been losing wages. Maybe you had a contract canceled, maybe you just can't get to auditions because they aren't happening in person. The great thing is there are so many self-tapes happening right now, so you can look on places like Backstage and Actors Access to find those, which is really incredible. And a lot of casting directors are even doing TikTok auditions now, which is super interesting. But overall, it's a weird time, and a lot of people are struggling financially. A lot of performers are struggling financially. And so I am here to really help and serve that community right now because it's hard. This is very strange circumstances. But anyways, what I really want to talk to you about today is how teaching voice lessons online can be a really, really amazing solution to what we are currently facing. The fact is, almost all businesses, except for those that are like essential businesses that you cannot do remotely, have switched to remote work. And with music lessons, we can teach online actually very well. So I've been teaching voice for about 5 years, and about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago actually, like 11 months I guess, I started teaching some voice lessons online because I had some students who were living in different states than me. And so I started teaching them. I personally use Zoom to teach voice lessons, and it's worked out really, really well for me, and I love teaching online. But it's one of those things that you really can feasibly do. You have to play with some audio settings, and it's definitely an adjustment. It's not going to be the same experience as an in-person lesson, but it's a very, very effective way to teach and make some extra income during this crazy time. And also even after this, if you're a performer and you're living in New York and you have somebody in Austin, Texas, where you're from, who wants to take voice lessons from you, well, guess what? You could teach them online. It's great. So I really, really do recommend this method of teaching. And because of that, and because I really, really want to help those of you who feel like you want to teach online, but maybe you're not sure what platform to use, and you don't know how to deliver lessons to your students, and you're just feeling a lot of discomfort and maybe even fear around the technology side of everything, I made a freebie specifically for you, and it is linked in the description down below, so you can go check it out. And this freebie is going to go through the 4 major platforms that you can use for teaching, the pros and cons of both of those, and there's an accompanying video that talks you through my methods of delivery for students, whether that is warm-ups, accompaniment, all those kinds of things. And I'm really excited to share this to you because these are the things that have made teaching so much easier for me, and these are the really basic logistic kind of questions that so many people have when they are starting to teach. So go ahead, click the link down below, download that, and I am so looking forward to supporting you through this freebie. And also, I have a new course coming out, and this course is for how to teach voice lessons. So maybe you are the person who wants to start teaching voice lessons online, but you feel a lot of imposter syndrome around teaching people because maybe you've been a singer all your life, maybe you've taken voice lessons, but you don't know how to actually hear somebody's voice and tell them what they need to do. Like, you don't know what warm-ups to give them. You don't know necessarily what repertoire to give them, things like that. So I'm really here to help you with that and support you with that through this course, because not only are we going to go down to the nitty-gritty, all the logistics, the funnels that I've used, the things that I have done to find students online and actually sign them. So, oh my gosh, y'all, that's literally module 1 right there, is the basics, like full-on crash course of like, how do you have an online business? How do you teach voice lessons online? And how do you make that profitable? And then when you move into module 2 and beyond that, you're gonna learn exactly how to teach voice lessons. So you might be asking, why am I qualified to teach you how to teach voice lessons? Well, I actually have a master's degree in vocal pedagogy. So I have been taking voice lessons for 13 years. I have been performing for 23 years. I have been teaching for 5 years, and I recently graduated with my master's degree in vocal pedagogy, and my undergrad is in classical voice. So vocal technique, all of the nitty-gritty about how the voice works, I know that, and I know how to teach it because I literally have a degree in it, and this is what I do. This is what I've been doing. And so this is a really, really, really great course for those of you who really want to know, like, how do I give somebody the right exercises? How do I know I'm assigning the right repertoire? Like, what do I even do in a lesson if I hear something happening, like if somebody has no head voice or they don't know how to use their chest voice? Like, how do I help them do that? Like, I can just keep giving them exercises, I can give them some corrections, but how do I also help somebody who might not struggle with the same issues that I do? Because I've had students come in where, like, for example, I struggle with my chest voice. I'm a soprano, I've been trained as a soprano, so I struggle with my chest voice. Whereas a lot of my clients who have come in have grown up as belters, or they might be mezzo-sopranos, or they might have just never been trained before, and so they don't actually have much of a head voice. And so I've had to learn how to actually teach them head voice, or maybe they've even damaged their voice and they don't have much head voice because of that. I've actually had a student come in who had some vocal damage, not anything severe. She went through speech therapy, she was cleared to sing before I worked with her, but she did have some issues and some vocal trauma that happened, and she lost her head voice as a result of that. So we worked together for about 1.5 years to rebuild her head voice, and she has her head voice back now. It's so much better than it used to be. It's so much clearer and it's so much more consistent. And so these are the things that I've learned how to teach people, and I workshop that with some of the top people in this industry. So that is why I am qualified to teach you how to teach voice lessons, and that is why my program is not just your typical run-of-the-mill, I can teach you to teach voice lessons. I know what I'm talking about. I know the science. I know the vocal pedagogy. I have done my research on this, and I have worked with some of the top people in the industry to learn this. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the course. And remember, if you're not that person who needs to know exactly how to teach lessons, but you need to know the basics of, like, just logistics, how do you teach online? Like, how do you start transitioning online? Download that freebie, and I am so excited to support you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.